Alright guys, so this is sight reading exercise number 1. We're going to look at it and go over a couple of quick things. We are in concert G for this exercise, which means that flutes, trombones, trumpets, not trumpets, I'm sorry, flutes, trombones, tubas, bells, you guys have one sharp and that's F sharp. So E's are naturals, B's are natural, A's are natural, alright? So if we look at the B flat part, it's concert A, which means we have F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp going on with that one. Then we're moving on to our saxophones. Guys, you have 4 sharps, F, C, G, and D. Make sure we don't forget that D sharp. That's the one we're going to forget. French horns, you've got F sharp and C sharp. So B's are natural and E's are natural. Be really careful with that, okay? Make sure that you pick the right part for your instrument. Obviously, snare is snare. But as far as upper C, that's going to be your trombones, baritones. Lower C is going to be your tubas, okay? French horns, you guys can choose upper or lower, whichever one's better for your range. And then, of course, E flats, altos, and upper B flat or lower B flat, trumpets and clarinets. You guys can choose which one you're more comfortable with. Upper C is flutes, and lower C can be oboe, or you guys can flip-flop, whichever one. Obviously, flutes you can't play lower C, but Natalie, you can pick what you want. All right, so I'm going to go to the upper B flat one. And I'm going to use this to help you guys count this exercise real quick. So let's look at it. Get my handy dandy pencil. The first thing we see is beat 1. And we need to pay attention to our dynamics. I'm going to circle that so I don't forget it. So counting this, we've got 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And that's tied all the way to beat 1. So you've got to remember that it's 1, 4, 2 and a. Because that tie. So this is going to be 2E and a. Tempo doesn't matter to me as much as rhythmic accuracy, so make sure that you're playing it at a tempo you can play it accurately. Now this is on 3. It also includes 4 because it's a half note, and it includes the first beat of the next measure on 1. Now the 8th note here is the and. So this tie is going to be 3 and 1. I'm sorry, and 2. So 3 and 2. You've got to hold that for 2.5 beats. So that's and 2. Now 4 has a staccato, so really we should be playing that as if it was an 8th note with an 8th rest, okay? And then we have 1 and 2, 3, and 4 is included there. Then our forte section, which gets lower, which is backwards as far as our brains are concerned, so you're going to have to work hard to make that happen, clarinets. We're starting on a C sharp there. We've got 1, 4, and then this is a dotted quarter note, so 1 and 3. Beat 2, remember, is right here on the dot. 1 and 3, 4, 1, 3. The rest is beat 4. Then we have a half note on 1. It ends on 3. So be real careful to make sure you're in where you're supposed to. All right, I'm going to play this for you so you know what it's supposed to sound like. B key sticking. All right, so this is sight reading exercise number 1. Make sure that you play it again. Don't just take all of this and keep going, okay?